Welcome to another edition of Jeep 411. We're here on Gold Mountain near Big Bear Lake. It's one of the Jeep Badge of Honor trails, and we're doing some interesting testing today on a Jeep Gladiator. We've done a lift, 37-inch tires, and it should be interesting because the Gladiator has a bad rap for having not a very good breakover angle or departure angle. So we're going to find out today how true that is with a minimal lift. The Gladiator we're testing is actually our other host on Jeep 411, Quinn Thomas. Quinn, come on in and explain to us exactly what you've done to the Jeep and how we're going to test it today.
All right, hey guys. So basically, this is a Gladiator Rubicon, and it's got very minimal modifications so far. So obviously, you can see first we had to get rid of the plastic bumper, and I got a worn winch on here, so in case we do get stuck today, which we might. Basically, suspension-wise, it's a 2-inch Daystar spacer lift with the shock extensions, control arms, and new sway bar links. And with that, I was able to install the Nexen 37-inch MTX tires on some Raceline wheels. So that's pretty much it for the modifications, and we're going to give Gold Mountain a go and see what happens.
Yeah.
So I have to admit, I was pretty surprised. Given the bad rap that the Gladiators had, I was expecting it to be more problematic on Gold Mountain, but it wasn't a big deal at all.
Yeah, so far, I mean, all the places I thought I was going to hang up, basically drove right through. All the places where everybody said the overhang on the back of the Jeep was going to be a problem. I think we touched the spare tire a couple times. We touched the bumper once. Realistically, the middle is probably the biggest drawback to the Gladiator, especially with the stock skid plates. So the stock crossbars for the skid plates, we did a little bit of hanging up on those with our, when we were, with our longer breakover angle. But other than riding on those skid plates a little bit, it did really well. And we actually took all of the hard lines that are there, which I wasn't going to, but I decided since we didn't get stuck on the easier ones, we might as well do the hard ones. And we hung up a little on the skid plate, but other than that, the thing did really well.
Yeah, what's interesting to me is the Gladiator really wheels well, and I think one of the issues is you need to try different lines. You can't wheel this the same way. It's kind of like wheeling a TJ versus a JKU. You've got less of a departure angle and less of a breakover angle, so you have to pick a different line. So picking a different line, using a good spotter, I think makes a huge difference, because you had really minor problems getting and it was wet.
And it was wet, so we were sliding around a little bit. But I had talked to one of the Jeep engineers that had taken these on the Rubicon, and he had said that they wheeled better than the size led everybody to believe they would wheel. And he said that a lot of their engineers found the same thing, where it was a very capable vehicle. It didn't really hang up where you thought it would, and so far I don't have any drawbacks. Now granted, we're not running the hardest trail in the world here today, but as we get a few more miles on this thing, we're going to run some harder stuff and put it through its tests, and eventually we're going to find out where it gets stuck. And when it gets to that point, we'll probably be filming, and you guys will know when we find its limit.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of doing this, is finding what the limits are. And I hate to admit it, but it's better for us, it's better for you if we're the ones that are having problems, so you know what you can do and can't do. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.